as a digital simulation, really. Indigenous to rationalize, to steal life. It is an anti-life program. It's moving from Earth-based life to Silicon-based life to a digital twin of the world that they can control, that is disconnected from spirit. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to walk with this peace. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the streets. In the bright glow of the dawn, I see myself clearly, bringing in a new day. The old way of doing things is done. I don't care what you say. Monsters don't sleep under your bed. They sleep inside your head. And if you haven't done the shadow work, you're left behind is where you stay. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to walk with this peace. Through tones, melodies, tones, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the streets. We got protect plus homeschool. Our babies is a must. They not just no moms, but also no posses. Worshiping pedophiles, wanna feed our children's spirits to robots. Turn all of us from carbon base to silicone base. Should be wet, the shit show stops. Get back to doing for ourselves. Water system irrigation and grow crops. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to walk with this peace. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the streets. I'm saying I'm not some master teacher, no am I some pastor or preacher. Was released from prison with this passion to speak up. After doing 25 years in the Beast Coast, realize they tried to teach us spiritual, mental, physical diet. They tried to feed us the fire of our ancestors resides in each of us. With that, I'm inspired to turn this heat up. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to walk with this peace. Through tones, melodies, tones, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the streets. We're really approaching almost like it's a Frankenstein moment. And they're framing it to us as, innovation, right? We should all be so excited that this is happening. And, I equate it to like the golem bringing in like these robots. They would like to feed our life force to learn us in every tiny detail, not to empower us, but to actually transform us into a robotic simulation that is under their full control.
Nah, bro. Come on. You almost there, bro. You almost there. Survive.
I do it dance to Chi-Town. Who am I but Chi-Town? You young fool, I'm too fly to just slide down. Blue sky but high ground. A crown slash helmet. So my aircraft still spit. Can't be tied down or even sheep building. I look down, I see green like a Celtic. My heat pulverizes, the cheese is melted. The remnants of cash money, I dispelled it. You did the fusions in my eyes, I beheld it. The finger fucked across my hand, I dealt it. Felt the vibrate from the gut of my pelvic. The bus awful for ice and veil shit. So radiant, I keep a dark room well lit. But you little goofies are well quick. Body for real monkey velvet. Body you not for Mars, just a female split. As a kid, all I did was fight. I did the bit with a knife. I know I can spit my flows to shit. To a fly though, haters wanna crucify a real man. I still stand with the silver hand, but we're healer man. It's not Cypress Hill, I'm Turtle Sheep. I'm one tough cookie, I don't follow our set standards. To catch me, you gon' have to do more to scam. Need more to scanners, I'm off the radar. I am as you goofies play God. Some worship the Christ, others pray to Allah. Chase a high, drink paper or bra. You stagnated, well I straight evolve. At a rate, I'm dating space AC, y'all. Bust stuck in the case, face off. After it shaped the state, use a fate, a fraud. Battle start intergalactic, my mindset. Perfect comes from practice, so I run best. I excel like I'm climbing a step. You got a lot to learn. I am adept, you of no concern. I am a threat. My measurement, width, lift, height, and depth. I'm just piloting up. Flying a jet, straight to adversary. Martial Chronicles like Ray Bradbury. I'm a thorough guy, goddammit. Symmetric apparel, or fly bandit. Mohawk, aviators, aerodynamics. And it's like I'm an arrow in precise transit. A crystal Caroline's what your fans get. Your roads and pearls, what I transmit as a transcript. Or I just spit it off the top. This is the shit, or get off the pot. This shit's hot.
Wants to get his own crew. Everybody wants to get his own crew rich. And then they want the other little people to never get a piece of the pie. I don't want to go for the best. I go for you niggas that think it's all big too. I understand this. That's why you niggas in Texas can't stand me. You niggas that know that I know you can't do nothing else you're broke. Listen to me, young people and old people too. Mostly black people, I'm talking to you.
Y'all really thought that I was done with you. Nah. I'm really down on y'all. Fellas up. We not going back and forth about this or that, whether your word is on or whack. Here's a big fact: yellow, white, red, brown, black. Bow out, big Mac, but the earth is brown or flat. We want our shit back. Enough with the chit chat. I see through the side ops, looking past the shy spot. Blind game, high tops. I don't eat pork, but I will fry tops. So force my heart stop, boys, icebergs, I'm saying die. From the skybox, you got scope on you pilgrims. The scope with some rovers. Some of our folks are still dumb. Yeah, and blind to the fact that, no, we gon' have this real show. Warrior spirits inside me. This where it's real from. The world's a stage, page after page, scripts played out. They keep us engaged, they keep arranged. This played out. Rules of a dying society should have been disobeyed out. Forehead and knees on the floor should have been prayed out. The draft is on, coach no issue. Could've loaded in tissue. Now it's control who blows the whistle, to who holds the pistols. The debacle about who knows who the fiscal. Regardless of original issue. We're not going back and forth about this or that. Whether your word is on or whack. Here's a big fact: yellow, white, red, brown, black. Bow out, big Mac, but the earth is brown or flat. We want our shit back. Ain't foolish, nobody's speech. Yet if I don't speak, I suffer defeat. I'm other than we, a sucker or me. Stand on 2 feet or trip the other cheek. The wise man know by his silence. Who see disguise combines. Silence but guidance from Cashapp to knowledge. Other aspirants of violence, tyrants of fire. Trying and trying to hide, I'm trying to fight. And if I was a migrant, I'm hearing the sirens. Big in my head, they've got indictments. These 95 squares, groupies and hyping. Alignments, the assignment. Not the wisest, I'm not quiet. My refinement and confinement, the requirements for this climate. Y'all push on the paperwork, or y'all can protest, but they can't escape this work. I vow to progress, no duck, no rank, drill music for real. My soul they don't possess, real foolish with no deal. Ain't playing with none, it's personal, know what the business is. Big Monsters come full circle, so vacate your premises. We not going back and forth about this or that, whether your word is on or whack. Here's a big fact: yellow, white, red, brown, black. Now, or big Mac, where the earth is brown or flat. We want our shit back. We not going back and forth about this or that, whether your word is on or whack. Here's a big fact: yellow, white, red, brown, black. Now, big Mac, where the earth is brown or flat. We want our shit back. Keep you up. Shines and symbols are for the conscious mind, y'all. And with that on the temple, Draw. I had a vision the past night, yeah, a circulus round, created successful reality from a virtual now. How? Stand on my square, cause they usurp your power. Them same little sneaky breezies that'll hurt you, they style all up in your face, all up in your space. And I ain't talking all bras, but dogs with whole trace. So I walk tall kittens while y'all cross slow race. I stay focused on walking through them tall gold gates. Draw magic circle around me and keep me from harm. The law fat checks, purposely will keep me I'm calm. Water, fire, air, earth, turn me from that piece to a bomb. Blow the joint and split the range, the plane, the centimeters. I've encompassed my inner demons. 490-degree angles, guarded by angel of shiny elite angels. Thank you, and I of course am the chief triangle. If I die before I wake, well at least I'll fly in plain view. I am my circle, how I govern four corners. Wise as a serpent for certain amongst foreigners. Out of state, out of place, in the space they storing us. Learning firsthand of what fate was forewarned of us. How we call wind blowing, I spit flows, dope man, fly in the shell at Southampton, kept slow. Stay high, years later, he's just saying that you just gained density. Gave my synopsis, he's hostile. I prayed I could say I raise my moral ground. We have my character, stay fly, the conduct squared up. Self-esteem, the day sky. You got on what the world's been waiting for. The day's not. And I don't abide by the same essence.
Oh my God.
They respect you, obtain the credit for keeping the obelisk erect.
This thing is raggedy.
But the epic of our name, the reign and remain.
Hey, Millennial, what's up? Oh, Matt, what's happening, y'all? What's going on?
Is it worth the ride? Yeah, it's rad spit.
It's almost that time, right?
Churchified, so I bear my shit. It hurt.
It's
I
that time.
practice kidding that it tried to eclipse my
Give it a few
soul,
more minutes.
bounce back from it, and I'll say I'm done with.
Give it a few more minutes, all right?
Jungle, I run it, thus the lion conquereth over this numbness. Made a conscious shift, even in dark with the sun lit on you false lights.
We don't have no standing water here, and they had sprayed right the day before and that morning, and mosquitoes. We don't have standing water. I mean, we had, we had the rain, right? That shit dries up in 190-degree temperature. Even our water over here, the mosquitoes don't gather in. I'm like, Bill Gates need to be. This is what these dumbass police officers need to do. Go find him, right? The little mercenaries, Green Beret. They need to go find him and bring, even though he's staying flying, going to all that. They need to bring his ass and somebody court-martial his ass. I don't care about what fake politicians, president, whatever. All these sensationalized, monkified actors and actresses. We need to get outside of this. I don't know how people didn't see this, but we're gonna talk about something today. Because these monkeys ain't getting it. They don't come over here. The only ones that watch are the Zionists. The regular ones don't, because I have police officer buddies who are good guys, and they say, nah, man, they ain't seeing it. It's the motherfuckers in the echelon who put in pole positions to sit there and watch and ignore everything because they think they're safe. They far from it.
And my music, and a lot of this music, it's only talking about the suppressed rising. I mean, the oppressed rising up against the oppressor. That's all. That's what my music's about.
They're a terrorist organization
rising up against the oppressor. So
real terrorists, not the people they're trying to kill, who are doing their best to get redemption for the shit done against them.
Are those who oppress. Simple as that.
Abs ain't never messed with nobody. Some damn fake ass Jews, some Zionists, those monkeys, just like everybody else. And they feel free on this land because they got a little bit of issue, and the weaponization is stupid as fuck.
30-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, no surrender. 30-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, make no surrender. It's time for a change, got a bounce up. The oppressor's about to get
and any nigga that move with them, you wish you had.
You rap in a coca, blame my God, it's open, doing your time is to the end. Not Josh Allen without sin. He put me on the better with justice to win. The oppressor's about to get rolled down. With suppressors attached in the war zone. Revolution can start in the Arizona. I'm a messenger popping like Theracone. Backed by the honorable, who sits at the pinnacle, who judges the hypocritical, cynical, and the political sinful. My thinking is critical. I'm just ventilating of the actions of the protective service. Quick to pull the Glock, blast and kill this. Don't take any type of skill. No, I'm ill of all citizens who haven't took a stand or kneel. Too late when the caps get pills. Don't believe the TC type. Going hits close to home. You gotta act the bone, but it got the dome when it's on the zone. All red in my vision through sight. It's gonna be killed whenever I fight. of my blood, I'll be giving the right. So you better be ready to ride tonight. On the way to the dawn daylight. We gon' let him off, so gon' pass the kite. 3-pound pressure, no weight pressure.
I like the woodland moths. I love moths, y'all. I love moths. Moths are beautiful. They are absolutely beautiful. There are so many different kinds. They are my little friends. Even though the bats and the lizards eat them like crazy. You are absolutely beautiful. Look at that little face. Look at that little face. That is beautiful, man. Oh my goodness. They are so freaking beautiful.
Every little thing you do is such a gimme. Everybody back off. You know, everybody's like, you taught that from school, everywhere. Big business. You want to be successful. You want to be like Trump.
Right?
Good energy. Push.
You're sweating because, you know, I'll tell you.
That's how it all is. And it's like,
nobody does. It's poison. Yeah. Now, if you climb up on me and you bite my ankle, I'm gonna smash you where you came from. I'm gonna kill every last one of them. Now, you don't bite, and you go about your business. Y'all thrive, y'all survive and thrive. Hey, mama. Hey, baby. Oh, you're a new one. Y'all both new ones. Oh, man. You got your wings down. Where's your mammy? Where's your pappy? It's two babies, two new ones. Right there. They got their wings down, waiting for their mammy, and I guess they're happy. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, y'all see what it is about policing in America, and a lot of y'all see there's a lot going on. Now, if you're light skinned and you're comfortable with it because you feel like it's affecting everybody. They're affecting because, hey, you want to get down there? Okay, you can chill. I'm not gonna squish you. Here, I'll tell you what. Come up over here. There you go. Come on, right there. Hey, oh, okay. Anyway, I watched this video because I watch a lot of police things. I watch Donnie, I watch Izzo, I watch a number of individuals, ex-cops, a couple who just recently retired, and these are the guys who didn't shoot nobody. You know, they actually had to tell people to chill. I'm watching two individuals create a YouTube channel. They got a pretty good following, pretty quick. One of them's not monetized because they really go hard on something. They're like 130,000, and they're really dragging this new age policing. And you gotta remember, we had 20 years of war. What comes from that other than a perversion of children? Based on what the father and the mother are going through, if the whole household is still whole, the suicides and everything else, who do you blame? Now, you got to remember, in the military in the last 20 years war, you know how many people actually went over there and fought? Anyway, I would say a quarter of those individuals in different dynamics were very racist. And you have the offspring to come up from that, because you got to know that these times racism is very different. You still have the hard hitters out of Boston and Massachusetts and all that as far as races. But now in Arkansas and stuff like that. But now you see it because it wasn't just talked about. We didn't just mention it for nothing, that they were always talking about it, because they always were. You got to remember the police department and the policing and everything else, fire department, EMTs. I told you about our people being in fires, and we showed them how to fight fires, and they turn around and they will let our grandparents and grandbabies and them burn up in the 40s, 50s, and 60s, let them burn up. I listened to one recorder that says just let them burn instead of extinguishing fire, running up in there saving lives. As a guardian angel, I ran into quite a few buildings that were smoke, inhalation, and fire, in New York. And we know that the fire problem wasn't that far from it. Now, drugs is one of the issues. Now, let me talk about some of the dumbest things I've seen by these dumbass cops. They don't know law. Deputy sheriff is not a sheriff. Sadly, we have people who are politicians and actors, and one like Judge Grady out of Florida, right? And y'all see it. It's not like it has to be talked about. But the reality is, it's treasonous. I think every one of these bastards need to be taken, instead of the ones that they're getting these little 20 years and 16 years, and the ones they let them walk away with, because it starts in the upper echelon. All right, Zionist supporters. They targeting melanated people, and if you call yourself black, you can get the fuck up out of here. I'm going to tag Black Think Tank, and I'm going to tear that monkey's ass up. I know a lot more about that individual than I want to know now. I reached out to a few people that knew him. This is how you do it when you want to hit somebody's channel instead of sitting there and want to make false accusation and everything else. So I'm the type of person, I do a little, and if you do that, I don't care if you yourself or whatever, your children, whatever, it don't matter. I'm not gonna go that hard because I'm really like that. And it's not karma. Karma is the deliverance, retribution, righteous retribution. All right, like this government, you got idiots right now that move in the Men in Black and other things, right? That think they can just do it. No. Just keep it simple without what they say, cops explaining and shit. Anyway, I watched this a jigger fat, goofy mofo because they talk to you all calmly. If you don't know your rights, they'll sit there and ham you through, and then they'll threaten you with arrest and all this other dumb shit. All right, then make a scene where they lie, you know, so they can bring pain, affliction, and shit. Those idiots don't know there'll be 1,000-fold on them, worse than they can imagine, but that's to them. Fuck them. Let them hold their fake Jesus, they fake white Jesus and everything else. But I watched this idiot, a Hindu brother married to a light-skinned woman, come here traveling a few times. So this monkey-ass cop, you can't go on that damn goofy-ass movie with Tom Cruise or whatever the fuck where they could see in the future and police, you know, what was it called? What was it called? Police, whatever. I didn't look it up. I thought I might remember it. But anyway, these motherfuckers, the motherfucker tell you he came from the store. But on a hunch, which is not detective work, motherfucker coming down the road, stops at a store, picks something up, going to grab his wife, pick his wife up, meet his wife. A Hindu brother, probably a Muslim. Well-educated police officers in the family. This dumb fuck, because a lot of you pale skins in the police force, you motherfuckers are the absurdity and the scourge of the earth. I don't care about the dumb African-American, dumb niggas and the foreign Haitians and everybody else and Senegalese and all those who joined the police department because they need to do that, have people who hate Americans. That's the Zionists. That's what they did to Germany and everything else. They squashed them. Those are the ones you see them rounding up, you dumb fucks who don't know no better. Anyway, need to be rounding them up here. Anyway, this motherfucker searched his vehicle. No, as you say, RAS, reasonable articulable speech. You know, suspicion, right? Whatever. The guy's pleasant because he respects the police department. I ain't gonna say authority, and I can dig it because most people want to respect them. But you have these loose cannons running around now. Between 20, they're the most stupidest, except for the ones I know. It's just the way it is. And up to about 30, maybe 35, pushing. The dumbest sons of bitches I have ever seen in my existence, even compared to, you know, with Serpico and all that shit, you know, them dumb motherfuckers. These son bitches is just the dumbest sons of bitches. And this individual, hey, talking calm, he's doing, and he said, well, you don't mind we search your car. And the guy's like, yeah. And he didn't know no better. Okay? Yeah, no problem. This goofy ass hick fuck retard pale skinned monkey finds a bottle of opium oil. Told you he must not bathe a lot, and I guess he does sleep with a lot of prostitutes and runs through probably the females on the police department because that's what it is right now. And he goes up and he wants to read the guy's Miranda rights, put him in handcuffs in the back of the hot ass car, and then he calls his goofy ass head. Yeah, we found opium in a bottle. People, you know, I got baby powder, opium, frankincense, myrrh, the best damn oils, the most natural one. Now, you know, they're supposed to be able to do a test. Now, we're talking about liquid now. We ain't talking about powder in a baggie. It's sitting right there. The guy smoked cigarettes. And if you were in the military like I was, for those of us who did smoke at one time, oil was the best thing to get rid of the fumigate the damn thing. But if you ain't culturally, if you're culturally suppressed and all you know is a great white America to it, you ain't built shit, you ain't conquered shit, you ain't defeat nobody, you ain't beat nobody's ass. All that a made up script. All right. We had treaties, motherfuckers, not your fake ass Native American Mongols, right? Not them who are brothers to the same bastards you are, right? Yeah. They came and they forced them to take on a narrative they didn't want to. Now they run around in fucking delusion. Not even less than 1% of the goddamn population. And then some of them carry like the heads is big and they badass as well. I shut that down a few times. But regardless of that, I'm watching him and this fat bitch walk around like they got something. The dude's laughing now. Now he realizes it. And he says, that's perfume. And his wife, fat little pale skinned girl, she's cute. She's a little butterball, but she loves this man. She's what's going on. They show her the bottle to open. She don't know what the fuck it is. He probably don't smoke around her. He's got the oil, And he's laughing in the back seat, handcuffed because he's laughing. No, don't worry about it, baby. And she gets his phone. She cares about it. And it's a beautiful thing. These dumb motherfuckers, they instead of bowing their heads and humbling, because that's why I say they're not heroes or professionals, because they're hero or professional know when they make a mistake. These motherfuckers are the absurdities that they fucking are. Stupid motherfuckers. Oh, I'm trained up. I know 1,000 guys who can outshoot any. A couple of them ex-police officers. But they train. And grapple. And fuck you up. Maybe 2 of you at a time. Because I know your bitch ass heads are watching, or your Zionist monkified fuck monks are watching. And they still attempt to pursue, keep them locked up to Monday, whatever the fuck. Still trying to prove, instead of sending it the fuck off and having the test or having a little test pack, which you can do the chemical, to tell if it's opium. Because you exist, stupid fuck. Anyway, right? Check it out. Yeah, get that monkey out of here. Anyway, right? Because you're emotionally unstable. Nobody's mad, you fucking monkey. Only a human gets mad, beast. You stupid fuck. Anyway, this stupid motherfucker. And I'm a comedian, you dumb fuck. Anyway, this stupid motherfucker, they still trying to find if this is opium. It's a perfume, this retarded fuck. Now the next one is, now you got all these over-absorbent, that's why there's 26, I need backup. So they can have 20 motherfuckers on 1 or 2 motherfuckers. As an Arab, this guy, I don't know, I think he had a heart condition. From the Arab Emirates, the United Arab Emirates. So he's in country. This is not too long ago. He just had he's here because he had to have heart surgery. So some dumbass Peckerwood sees him. He's in what he wears. And he has the thing, which is part of their culture. And to remove it, anybody putting their fucking hands, this is how stupid pale skins are. And hands on that shit. This ain't Iraq, stupid fucks, and you shouldn't have been over there in the first place fighting them Arabs, you stupid goddamn Peckerwoods, and any of you dumb Spanish and niggers and whatever the fuck who went over there supporting this goofy country, believing you fighting the right one. Now, we've had magnificent people come out of that who realized the fucking bullshit, and then we saw stupid motherfuckers who just wanted to be in a fight so they could take a life. Y'all keep fucking with the indigenous aboriginals, you're going to get exactly what the fuck you coming down the road. It's just going to happen. Look, you watch me all day. I told you my dreams. I'm not here to be nice and political. That's not what the fuck I am. I get tired of seeing the fucking dream, but y'all keep committing to stupidity as nothing going to happen. Why don't you go dig up the motherfuckers that committed suicide and talk to them? Y'all know every goddamn thing. Anyway, they jump on this brother all hostile and shit and the nigga just had heart surgery. They take his shit off, all disrespectful, for some made-up bullshit while the dumb Peckerwood, because they don't have no profession, they say dumb shit. Shut the fuck up. You can't tell nobody to shut the fuck up. You stupid fucks, because you're emotionally unstable. And then, putting knee on the motherfucker's neck and all this procedures. Procedures not law, bitch. Talking about police officer safety. I thought y'all were heroes, motherfucker. Open your cake and do the job without being afraid of dying, motherfucker, because you like killing motherfuckers. You got enough dumb racists who are out there who can't wait to pull the trigger and hit somebody. Take the repercussions of your fucking actions, pussies. And quality immunity really doesn't exist because the courts really don't. unless you go to the 3 common law courts outside of the land. You fake fictional motherfuckers. You already know what the Supreme Court care. Y'all don't care about that because you're listening to them Zionist monkey pop-tart motherfuckers. Talking about you patriotic and American. My ass. That made-up term. I'm not angry. I'm just, shit is funny. But it cements the fact that I'm seeing so many levels of stupidity, you can't make it up. I wonder if these some of the dumb motherfuckers that ran over there to kill the Palestinians with their goofy ass selves. Actually, there's there's a percentage. I'm going to upload a video. You'll see it. Who went over there to kill and shoot at people on their own fucking land. You create your own situation and think you're superior, like you want to come in. You motherfuckers ain't superior to shit. You're subpar. This is what the Zionists want, you know. Just letting you know. So the guy faints because he's just had heart surgery. Hits his head. He's got... And all of a sudden, after they get their little fucking exercise on it, as if they ain't doing enough of the dumb shit, you know. This motherfucker was over here for millions of dollars. Motherfuckers a multi-millionaire with these little peasant-ass motherfuckers in costume. They got to pay out $200 million to him. The mayor's got the nerve to sit there. Why? Because them fucking Zionists know what's up. They know there's pertinent parties that play a factor in all this. He's sitting there apologizing, and that goofy-ass police chief, the dumbest motherfucker that allowed these absurdities around, because that's where it starts at with them dumb fucks. I just want to apologize. That motherfucker looking at him like, man, fuck out of here. He can see that they're full of shit. And see, a lot of y'all don't see this because you listen to this worthless ass media. I'm not doing the Trump shit. He's nothing but a fucking businessman, an actor, or whatever the fuck. He's part of the problem too. All right? And you see it. But you motherfuckers ain't convinced. And these motherfuckers think everything's going to work out fine for them. That's the worst part. I have a lot of friends, associates, people, and their nephews and nieces who are on the police department. And this shit is dangerous. This shit is very fucking dangerous. I don't want to see them get hurt. And when something really happens, where a motherfucker ain't an actor, it ain't red flag and all the other bullshit before the eyes of everybody sees, so they can run down the street playing their little fucking role with the underground, other constitution fake government motherfuckers. No, they run, they hide, they wait. Oh shit. Unless it's an MK Ultra motherfucker, they can put down a child that was sold, raised up for the very purpose of taking them the fuck out. We just need you to aim the gun over at the president. We know, you know what a fucking 223 or 5.56 bullet go on decapitation when it hits the ear? You think that motherfucker got shot in the ear, Trump? That was somebody with a button or something scraping his ear and that little blood. No, Trump head would have been fucked up. For those of you who actually know about shooting and all right? If you ever went hunting and shot a deer in the head by accident, a bear, mountain lion, coyote, this is the funny shit about the world we live in. But you have these absurdities that think everything's going to work out because you've been conditioned. Just like racists, just like gang members, just like all the thugs, just like chefs, you know? This is my mom's secret. This is our homemade recipe for tomato sauce and making our dough that sits overnight. It's all a conditioning. Everybody's conditioned. You get fake history. You accept the fake history because yours is dynamic compared to what you think is a lie one. That's the truth, and yours is a lie. And people run with it. I'm not here to curse the policing out. I'm saying these fuck monkeys who were in there with the purpose of harm, like that greasy motherfucker in Las Vegas or was it Arizona, that had the man with the shorts coming off who had a BB gun and had his old lady come and the motherfucker couldn't wait to shoot a motherfucker. If you put your hands down again, you will be shot. Don't you have to see a weapon pointing at your direction? Pussies. Green Mile type pussies. Fake like you're putting water on the sponge and put it on motherfucker head, then you're sitting there and you want to kill the little mouse. That's the kind of pussies running around now. The motherfuckers, when I trained, I used to like whooping their ass in Taekwondo and judo and whooping their ass in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, the two that trained with me, folding their asses up because they didn't know I was a boxer. But it wasn't the boxing, it was the fact that I come from a heritage. Dynamite Charlie Wright, training with Muhammad and all the other shit. And I'm a magnificent street fighter, and I hit hard as fuck. Not waiting for a number of pussies to run around me to coup d'etat, motherfucker, without even know what's really going on. Because in law, you're supposed to tell them what the fuck if you're worried about them running, and stop eating so many goddamn donuts and get out there and run, motherfucker. So you ain't got to shoot them in the back because you're a pussy. How about dealing with motherfuckers and get your training up and be the legitimate, righteous, respectful motherfucking law enforcement motherfucker you're supposed to be? I think you all should be, all the perversions should be summoned to court-martial and executed. The nerve to have 1776, don't even know what the fucking truth of it is because you didn't even exist on the land. Tattooed on your motherfucking arm. Thinking Betsy Ross is some pale-skinned, whitewashed bitch? Stupid motherfuckers. Yeah, you got old timers that know shit. And what you see happening, land grab, this, that, and the colonized, all that shit, it's by a minority of motherfuckers, supported by a bunch of dumb minority of motherfuckers. Problem is you got a lot of people on the other side who have been bought into that shit, and they can't get their way out because they're too stupid to say, fuck this, I don't care, I'm done with this. Pussies. You think the enemy don't know to gather the pussies and give them a little up and coming? Now, I can talk about several other ones. I'd rather just load the videos. Two of them I did for TikTok, and then a moment before they even upload it, I mean, they uploaded, but they blocked me because, you know, and now everybody cursing over there and ass shaking and all that because it's the same absurdities, the cowards, the pussies. TRTs make me feel good and normal. I don't see how when you're using all that gear and they don't want to piss that shit. I don't see how that's legitimate because it's supposed to be zero tolerance and, you know. Oh, but it's a doctor's prescription. Yeah, not a cure or heal. Something that's going to fuck you up down the road, but you just want to get yours in, huh? Oh, I do the carnivore diet. Yeah, that's right. Feed that Reese's monkey fucking gene. This is some pathetic shit. What's going on to have motherfuckers buy into as if it's gonna be they're gonna be protected for a biscuit to do this shit on this soil? I know we got dumb niggas. I was watching that shooting in Alaska with them dumb motherfuckers going to shoot. He was fighting the security guard, pulling out the wop. And thank goodness for that other light-skinned Spanish, whatever he was. Thank goodness for that good SP guy, that security guard came out with the AR from the back because he saw it and put that I don't know if he's black or something else, but put that some bitch down. I don't give a fuck what the color is. The son bitch was no good walking around with a fucking balaclava. Like, you know, who the fuck does that when this weather? When people are partying and stuff. Shit, they should have been put down when the moment they walked in. And that was the most wonderful thing. And the police came there. Now, the woman, I don't know, they said she might have been a nurse, was giving a hand. The first thing the dumbass cop does is push her away. What the fuck is you going to do, fucktard? This is what I'm talking about, the mentality of this false authority. Y'all don't even know how to work with motherfuckers who work with you, stupid ass. I remember one time in Florida, Hammer 45, cop was close on the motherfucker. New York, Batman was like, I'm good, Red. I don't want you to do nothing. And he was fighting two Africans. I came over there ready to kill more and armball motherfucker. He's like, no, I got it, Red. It could have been a payment. I don't know. It's my business. But I like Bike Man. I like my little, he's Italian. Right, my police officer. Every day I see him every day. You need the newspaper. What's going on, cuz? Going to coffee? You want a shot of wheatgrass? Man, if you don't get that shit, we used to crack on each other. This Jamaica, everybody hated it, but I don't give a fuck. I like the guy because he was thorough. He walk on the beat by himself. Someone said, "Why he on the beat?" He liked what he did. He liked making sure the kids were safe, and he didn't tolerate the crack motherfuckers. When he came around, I'd be like, "Them niggas around the corner." I was Charleston White on the motherfucker. with that shit on my block. But anyway, even though my cousin all of them was hustling with it, and I had a bitch like come over and go in the bathroom and go outside because she felt safe, and I was like, oh my God. I'm not a person to curse nobody. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? Oh, you know what I said? It is the food, the frequency, the air, you're breathing and shit, whether you like it or not. When I was telling y'all you're drinking graphene, you said some people said I was full of shit. Well, you are. The only ones that come on here and would be in opposition to the motherfuckers is part of the crowd. Oh, I saw a young girl just popped up out running and making him stumble. Yeah, I don't want to joke because there's some people in the police department who never fired a gun, who are really about diplomacy, de-escalation, and they're not bringing home and their relationship to the fucking job. They're not going out there meeting in the background. See, it's one thing you make threats on here. I'm not gonna make no threats. No purpose. I'm gonna say what the fuck my dreams and everything else because they're legitimate. But other than that, I hate seeing worthless motherfuckers in positions just like in the military. I couldn't stand a motherfucker that couldn't jump. I'd be like, yo, Chief, how the can you get him another squadron? Like, put him on first lieutenant. Sometimes that happened because I didn't want that lazy, slothful, big mouth chatting, telling on everybody like brown nosing was going to make that motherfucker better. Get that motherfucker away from me before I write his ass up. I'll take him in the gymnasium. And they did because they knew, oh shit, that motherfucker Red pick up them damn 500 pounds with Walker. And they knew. They was like, we don't want Red to get in a position where something's happening. Just like any job, I can dig seeing dead bodies and getting conditioned and going through it and being put in a neighborhood where dumb motherfuckers are acting and not seeing the beautiful light of everything else. Because you got cops where it's beautiful at fleecing the motherfucker. So it's not unexcusable. So I get it. When you see some shit and you're angered, you're watching media and you listen to certain things you probably shouldn't, and you bring that dynamic of you're rearing into a fucking job where it's not supposed to be. There's something wrong with you motherfuckers. And for the good guys standing around not do nothing, that's not the case all the time. The majority of the time, the good guys stop. They'll remove a hand from choking somebody. They'll push them off. They even draw down. Like I got a couple videos where a motherfucker draw down on. The woman had to pull a rifle out on this racist motherfucker she had to work with. And his thing was he probably wanted to get her ass. And she had to tell him back and fuck off. It's just what it is. But they think that because everything going on and the fluoride and everything else, that everybody's docile, then how are there so many fucking criminals? The biggest ones are corporate, this government, your mayors and your fake ass judges. I should know my godmother, my aunt, was the top, Shirley fucking Strickland. I'm not gonna mention the other ones. I got a daughter on the police force getting ready to retire in Brazil. Other things I can mention, but I'm not going to. I'm tired of you slack jaw, worthless fuck monkeys. Now, I don't say it with hate or nothing. I say it because it's not, honestly, I really don't give a fuck about it because I know what's going to happen. I've accepted that. But I have people like you need to speak on it. Because I laugh at this shit. So I got to get all drama-fied and I got to put on a show, right? Y'all are some dumb sons of bitches. You're on my motherfucking land with your goofy shit. You ain't one conquered shit. A lot of you motherfuckers come to find out when you do background searches, hell, they might be first generation, adopted, from Russia, from this, from Cuba, all this other shit, and they want to make the best example, but they want to belong to a motherfucker that ain't done nothing. Stupid motherfuckers. Look at all the motherfuckers down there in Colombia and lower part of Mexico and other places. Who are Sephardic? Who are Yemenis? Who are some Palestinians who hate their own people? Running around playing like they from South America. Some of your presidents and leaders, motherfuckers. Pole position, all they are is Ashkenazis. And then the ones who are war been brought against are utilized like to kill Haiti. You know the motherfuckers went to attack him. They said, oh, they were fucking Yemen. They were from Yemen, Lebanon. Some dumb motherfuckers in this country, man. They really are. Just fucking dumb. And don't want to clean yourselves up. And where the bootlickers at? I like the bootlickers because they sound as stupid as they fucking look. But you can't talk, as I stated. I know the good guys. But I also know some of the bad guys. So I know what the fuck I'm talking about. I just want to come and throw that out because policing in America ain't policing, it's fleecing. It's the smallest, most worthless, dumbest band of so-called, hell, even the Aryan Front guys don't like KKK. So it's just the dumbest motherfuckers that ever existed. I told y'all yesterday, I said they had this little motherfucker want to argue talking about, yeah, we was the original Egyptians, they were white. I was like, okay, well, tell me why the language always falls back to Latin and Greek. Well, that's because, oh man, he's a retarded motherfucker. You know what? Just believe in what the fuck you believe, you goofy. Whatever makes you fucking your boat floating and be as retarded. I said, now tell me the dynamic of the history. Well, you know, we had the Jews were our slaves, so you think they was pale skinned too. My goodness. They could not have done a better job on you fucking dumb fucks than what they have done. Holy shit, as Ari Remmen used to say. Is that a donut in your foot? What we got here, Gomer Pyle? Fucking idiots. Goddamn shame. Anyway, let me show y'all what we're gonna be doing today. That shit was unimportant to me. I just had to say it because motherfuckers wanted to hear me say something about it. You gonna say something about that? Yeah, okay, all right, whatever, man. I'll say something. Because you know what? I got good guys who are actually tired. They want to retire so fast. They out there for early retirement. They just want to get away from all the stupid shit they're seeing. I even got a couple of brothers who are on the police department in a certain state, and they, in the beginning, were dealing with some of the most racist motherfuckers. And you know, a couple of them suicide, one of them locked up. I'm not gonna give all the numbers so they might be able to determine where they're at, you know, who it is. I have a couple of them who left the police department because they were being harassed by the very people who they were outperforming. You see all those dumb little Cuban motherfuckers down there in Miami with the sister who's the head? They better slow their fucking roll down. They want to do corrupt shit. And are they really? Well, maybe they really are Spanish. First of all, that's Latino, Spanish, and all that does not have nothing to do with the ethnicity of the people. That's something ignorant motherfuckers running around saying. And I know enough about that to be able to say that. But a lot of people don't realize it. We got a lot of people in so-called fake South America, because they ain't South, y'all. I don't give a fuck what these motherfuckers got y'all convinced y'all to believe in, who are my like family, just straight up brothers and sisters. And I don't give a fuck. Some of them right here who were born here, and none respect, and they even respect what I say sometimes because they know I don't have to legitimize it. Who's ICE? All them Spanish motherfuckers running around, busting up, harassing, shooting their own fucking people. You can't make this up, y'all. Are they Masons? A lot of them are Masonic. Baal and Moloch worshiping motherfuckers. Y'all just don't know it. Y'all don't get to see that. Not all, but there are those. All right? Not that I give a fuck. But on my ancestral land, the true old world, and I don't bite my tongue stating this, their energy's fucked up because they're not supposed to be here the way they are. You take it how you want. It don't matter what's underneath. You think that shit over there under them young ass pyramids is the only place? They're here too. All that underneath, all that, and so much more. Seen it in my dreams. Besides other things of running Pennsylvania and going with guys. What y'all doing? And we going down this thing we found, because you always talking about Tartary, and they say it's supposed to be pretty deep. And like a dumbass, I go with them. I bring me like 5 Hughes, breathers in case we get stuck. Some just, and then a couple of things. It was hard to get the little with the pure oxygen, like just to oxygenate. And I'm talking about way down, and we're down there for hours. Like, holy shit, maybe we need to get the fuck back up out of here. Me being a little chicken knees. I ain't doing the Scooby Doo. They ain't shaking, but I'm like. And they just all through shit. I'm like, that roof look like it's gonna fall on you, cuz, and ain't gonna be nothing left. I'm not going through that. I'll be waiting on the other side with my motherfucking landing and shit. I know we got to be about a quarter mile fucking down and in. And when there's more shit and stairwells will go down, I'm like, what the fuck is this? That's why I talk the way I do. Overseas, the same goddamn thing. Drink it. People over here, hey, you want to see something tomorrow? I'm looking at my boy like, see what, nigga? We ain't like that. I overheard you talking. I'm like, yo, you one of them motherfuckers, man? I ain't got a problem, man. Just do what you do. You know? And then I meet up like a dumbass. You know me. I got to meet a motherfucker, eyes closing, and they talking, trying to tell me something. All that shit. Half dead bitch pissing on the corner looking like little Annie fucking fan, So I go. And I see shit. And I'm sitting there going, we going in there? And then they're like, this is ancient. And I'm like, oh, we back in the motherfucking woods in this little fucking, look like a dirt mound, small with concrete, like a fallout for war. And this motherfucker, you drop flash, a cam light, and it keep going and going and going, and the stairs. And going and going. I'm like, I ain't going down that bitch to step where ain't a step and then fall through into a cabin with buildings. And I ain't even trying to do it. Y'all don't have no fucking clue. We got a bunch of dumbasses creating crime who want to eradicate the world because you might know and learn about the truth of your existence. See, right now, you are humans. That means you're in your lower state, beast-like. Does that make sense? Let me say it again. Let me break it out. I'm not a human, but a lot of y'all are. You are in your lower existence. Sadly, it doesn't mean that you're not of your higher existence, but you're not even in touch with it. You are beast-like. You're an animal-like. That's why they call you human. Now the fucktards who are even lower than that call you goy, and I had to read to you that they goy too. Would have never figured out because y'all don't read the Torah, you don't read the Talmud, you don't read the Quran, you don't read shit. I know you don't. I know you don't. How you gonna read if you can't even depart from $1, motherfucker? That's the worst thing they gave you. You motherfuckers can't even free yourself from it. Every once in a while you get a goofy. I don't ask for cash yet. Oh, you broke back motherfucker. Shut up. Go buy your pussy. You're happy when you bounce everything else so you can do the dumb shit you do. You know? Because you ain't doing nothing to afford anybody else to enjoy. I even had a friend of mine who I've told y'all, right? He thought I hate police. I was like, what the fuck for? We need you. We need some of the motherfuckers need their ass kicked. But you have these absurdities running around in the costume. Now, like some ex-police officers think that it was done on purpose. If they knew the truth, an actual truth, they might change direction. May. But hell, some of y'all did. Not my truth. No, fuck my truth. Fuck, my truth ain't shit. Okay? I was just fortunate. And it scares motherfuckers. I don't know why. Or it's intriguing or interesting. I don't see how. I always say if you got to focus in a direction, you know what you're going to do the shit you're doing. Don't stop. Pay me no never mind. But damn, some things make sense, doesn't it? Let me hit this thing and I'm gonna shut you guys out real quick. Because I'm gonna have to throw this in the fridge, even though it's cool out here, get it back up to about 90% so we can start working on this. I'm gonna do the bedding today. I got the witch guard set to bring it in. I gotta cut the wood, I gotta measure some more wood, I gotta get that. And then once I do that, I'm gonna set it up and we come in and chop it up. Okay. I got bit my mosquito. I had the funkiest looking mosquito, and then I had this, I knew how to deal with it. So you can't see it now because I put stuff on it to make it go away. Otherwise, it would still be there. It was right here. It looked like a square. I killed the mosquito. I looked at it. It was a fucking mosquito, y'all. I said, oh, they might have got me. But I knew what to do. So I lanced it. Yeah, I lanced it. Squeezed out some funky looking shit. Put the stuff that I have. And as you can see, it's pretty much, it's still a lump, but it's, yeah. Yeah, if you're afraid to cut yourself, something's wrong with you. I lanced it. No line. Yeah. Squeezed the hell out of it. The other ones were regular mosquito bites, but when I felt my stuff getting tight, I was like, something ain't right with this. I don't want to go for too much, you know, so. Oh man, how can you call yourself an American? Now you have individuals that y'all know nothing about who don't recognize. You gotta remember, they want to change everything. That's what they do. Remember the Mexican Gulf, which was actually Chickasaw Gulf? They want to make it, Trump went in there with his ignorant ass self, the American Gulf. Gulf of America. This is, if you don't study and know things, this is what happens. The real Nile all of a sudden becomes the Mississippi, when the Mississippi is literally in lieu of meaning the Nile, but because the education system of these fuck monkeys would have you look at it differently, y'all can't make heads or tell. So you go over to the Suez Canal. Then he wants to hijack the Panama Canal. AIPAC pays the Republicans and the Democrats. That ain't got shit to do with this land. It's to drive a wedge between y'all. Get doofy ass motherfuckers in the department to do dumb ass shit. Thank goodness they are locking some up, because even some people in the FBI, I know. You still, either they playing a role or you still have a few good guys in there, because you see the whistleblowers come out. Still. So it's obvious. And they do go after motherfuckers. They say, not enough. That's just too much. Wait the fuck a minute. I ain't talking about the fake money, the fake banks built off of our fucking money. I don't give, and I told you, the court system's a fraud. I don't give a fuck how they feel. Judge Joe Brown, anything. I'm trying to get him so I can, because, you know, I know some things he ain't speaking on. I was doing my best to get in contact with him through Instagram and reach out. He's in, I guess he's old age and he's just women. You know, I don't know what that's all about. I'm tired of playing the game with this bullshit. I really never really had to, but except for certain moments, fucking around with the wrong people. Because I didn't know no better. I knew better, but I didn't know no better. All right. I can't believe these motherfuckers move like that. Believe. Yeah, I know better than that. And some of y'all know this. Some of you know this. What was that? Hey, Maxfield, I got Tom in there. Snoop, what's up, baby girl? Hey, Laura, what's going on? Laura 81, what's happening? What's happening? I think Minority Report, Gabriel, Minority Report. I'm sorry, y'all go off and on, man. You know what I mean? Minority Report. That was what it was. Appreciate it, Gabe. Yeah. What you say, Isaac? What the cap? Okay. Lance, what's going on? Melinda already got you right, mama. Yeah. I'm just saying, you know, I mean, how many of people in all walks have been affected by this garbage right now? Oh, let me read this to you guys. because I know there's some people from my hometown is bullshit, don't believe it, da da da. And there's some going, okay, I can see that. Let me pull this up. I want to read it to you. I want to see if y'all know about this. I know some of y'all do read or watch media. So this is kind of fucked up because a lot of individuals are veterans. So the White House, presidential actions 4547, ending crime and disorder on America's streets. Executive orders, July 24, 2025. By the authority vested in me as president by the Constitution and the law of the United States of America, it is hereby ordered. Section 1, purpose and policy. Endemic vagrancy, disorderly behaviors, sudden confrontations, and violent attacks have made our cities unsafe. The number of individuals living on the streets in the United States on a single night during the last year of the previous administration, 274,224, was the highest ever recorded. The overwhelming majority of these individuals are addicted to drugs, have a mental health condition, or both. You know, someone PTSD, went to war, they haven't committed suicide yet, went from 22 to 24. I think it's higher than that now. You have people who had families who had FFLs that the goddamn DEA and witch guard went in there and they fucked the whole family up, their lifestyle, divorce, and some of them became homeless in certain states. You have people who are experimenting on with these goddamn institutes called medical or hospitals who went out there, who got opiates, who got hooked because some people are easily, you know, addicted to everything. And broken, you got even a couple of ex-police officers, you got a number of individuals out there, porn stars, you name it, ex-CEOs who were pushed out, companies stolen, and they gave up. You got tons of veterans out there. And yes, who created the drug? What did I say about the last 20 years of war? They were watching the opium fields. All of a sudden, at the end of the war, the opium fields were damn near empty, and we had an opiate crisis. After the opiate crisis, all of a sudden we had all these new designer drugs coming in, just like the crack epidemic, the cocaine explosion, opium shit over there in China, the same thing done by the same fucking institution of the CIA, bringing that shit in, dropping off guns. Well, certain individuals, not the whole department. Some of them probably very unaware. That's not me cleaning it up. So, you know, Phil said none of that. This is some real shit. It's talked about by even whistleblowers. They're whistleblowers. And he wants to create this because that's AIPAC behind it. This is part of the second phase. Trump ain't no intelligent motherfucker. He's about 80 years old, dumb as fuck. Gotta remember, his wife was a young girl. If you ain't wanting the military, you want in the motherfucking military, you want in the police department, you didn't work as mayor and sheriff, I don't think you should ever be the fucking police. Like Obama's punk ass. They had to get another motherfucker in and married to a man. That's something they do on a regular, that perversion. All right? What did I tell you about not all homosexuals are bad, but the ones that we're dealing with in these certain places, these perverse motherfuckers, Moloch, Baal, whatever the fuck worshipmen, looking for the Messiah, slaves to the fucking narrative who easily could be blackballed or put under, or been nurtured and groomed for the very thing you see. And you stupid motherfuckers with the dumb racists and all the other dummies running around, these dumb gang member leaders and all that. Yeah, I have no love for motherfucking gang leaders. Those are the dumbest sons of bitches I've ever seen in my existence. But you know what I'm talking about. Let me finish reading. Nearly 2/3 of homeless individuals report having regularly used hard drugs like methamphetamines, cocaine, or opiates in their lifetime. Why? You're homeless. You don't have no contact with your family. A lot of them, the families want them. Out here in Phoenix, there's a couple of people that ride around and interview these individuals, and their family want them back, but they want them clean. They done stole from them, they done broke the hearts and caused some to go into shock. Actually, you know, some families don't want nothing to do with them because of the stuff they done. You got some out here as young as 17, 16, homeless, popping blues, meth, all that. California, Las Vegas, Oregon, Washington State, Washington, D.C. Ain't that something? New York, Newark. I was watching this Puerto Rican or this Italian guy flipping out on the rails down in Manhattan. You know, the police coming in, they don't give a fuck. They see that. And a lot of them are very benign and unsocial, and they're just going to fucking attack the guy, probably end his life. Unless it's the right ones that know how to deal with it. Seattle, Washington. I remember when I went to visit Bruce Lee and Brandon Lee's grave. I want to go see that damn wall of bubblegum. There's a nice little jazz place over there. I get a nice little wine. And I used to always go by that little front over there where you know, you sit in the park. Oh, man. It just wasn't the same. Texas. That's right. Dallas, you got Florida, Miami. You got these motherfuckers everywhere. But a problem that never existed, created. What do? They create a problem and then they come with the resolution, right? They come with the thing to solve the problem. Let me finish reading. An equally large share of homeless individuals reported suffering from mental health conditions. The federal government and the state have spent tens of billions of dollars on failed programs that address homelessness, but not its root causes, leaving other citizens vulnerable to public safety threats. Also, the government's going to come in and fix it, huh? Shifting homeless individuals into long-term institutional settings for humane treatment through the appropriate, sounds like Soylent Green to me, appropriate use of civil commitment will restore public order. Surrendering our cities and citizens to disorder and fear is neither compensation to the homeless nor other citizens. My administration will take a new approach focused on protecting public safety. Bullshit. How that little pale-skinned boy say, bullshit? Because if you can't clean up the fucking gangs and the drug dealers, which you're allowing all the fucking drugs to come in, you want to calm the ignorance of a fast remedy for the ignorant motherfuckers who don't know no better? You know, the great white America and shit. Stupid shit. Anyway, let's look at section 2. Restoring civil commitment. A, the Attorney General in consultation with the Secretary of Health and Human Services shall take appropriate actions. Secretaries take appropriate actions. A lot of y'all don't know the word play with this, but anyway. Verse 1, bullet point. Seek in appropriate cases the reversal of federal or state judicial precedents and the termination of consent decrees that impede the United States. The United States is not America, motherfuckers, and it's not a democracy. It's a republic. It's a democracy nowhere other than AIPAC and AEL and the fucking way they swayed y'all and fooled you in the 60s. Anyway, adoption and identification, first of all, it says, technical guidance, grants, or other legally available means for the identification, adoption, and implementation of maximally flexible civil commitment, institutional treatment, and step-down treatment. Step-down treatment, you have to look at standards that allow for the appropriate, you should look into that, commitment and treatment of individuals with mental illness who pose a danger to others or are living on the streets and cannot care for themselves. I know a lot of people live on the street. They take care. They still got memberships with Planet Fitness, this, that, other. You probably wouldn't even know it. They still have a job, just not making enough. And thanks to this fake ass government, and you know who. When we look at section 3, fighting vagrancy on America's streets. Vagrancy now is a bad word. The Attorney General, the Secretary of Health and Human Services, the Secretary of Housing and Urban Development, and the Secretary of Transportation shall make immediate steps to assess their discretionary grant programs and determine whether priority for those grants may be given to grantees in states and municipalities that actively meet the below criteria to the maximum extent permitted by law. That ain't some of the most mouth mumbo jumbo I've ever heard anyway, right? 1, enforce prohibitions on open illicit drug use. Didn't they just the last put vending machines with crack pipes and meth pipes and charboy and push rods and shit? I don't know, maybe I missed something. 2, enforce prohibitions on urban camping and loitering. You know, when I look at Philly, that is not Amsterdam, because when you have a market for homes and everything else that crushes everybody, and then you have a policing and a policing institution that corroborates the corrupting of them, not rehabilitation. This is what the fuck you get. Enforce 3, enforce prohibition on urban camping and loitering. 3, right, enforce prohibitions on urban squatting. 4, enforce and where necessary, adopt standards that address individuals who are a danger to themselves or others and suffer from serious mental illness or substance use disorder. It used to be abuse, not disorder. Or who are living on the streets and cannot care for themselves through assisted outpatient treatment or by moving them into treatment centers or other appropriate facilities via civil commitment, all right, or other available means to the maximum extent permitted by law. Where do you think these places are going to be for this high number of individuals? All right, where do you think the places are going to be for them hundreds of thousands of motherfuckers? And we all know it's more than that because you already know a lot of politicians are crack and drug heads. 5, substantially implement and comply with, to the extent required, the registration and notification obligations of the Sex Offender Registry and Notification Act, particularly in the case of registered sex offenders, okay, with no fixed addresses, including by adequately mapping and checking the location of homeless sex offenders. Usually where they live at, they have them on a map and they already know and they keep them in a certain area where they can't live anywhere else. Okay? Now, B, the Attorney General shall, 1, ensure that homeless individuals arrested, I should have turned the notification on. Ensure that homeless individuals arrested for federal crimes are evaluated consistent with 18 U.S.C. 4248, and to determine whether they are sexually dangerous persons and certified accordingly for civil commitment. What do you think that means? Does that mean FEMA camps? I don't know. 2, take all necessary steps to ensure the availability of funds under the Emergency Federal Law Enforcement Assistance Program to support as consistent with 34 U.S.C. 50101, okay? At Esquire, you know what that means as far, SEC, whatever the fuck, right? Encampment removal efforts in areas for which public safety is at risk and state and local and resources are inadequate. Why would it be inadequate? Because we funding Israel, the same bastards in Ukraine, they're the same, one and the same. So we create this World War III. Who do you think ruffled the feathers of Thailand and Cambodia? Have any of y'all looked into that? The envoys, certain individuals stationed there, because people started ruffling, talking about they want to support Israel. How about the fact that China is actually playing the good guy and serving the needs of the rich here who want to bastardize y'all and get rid of you, liquidate you? How about the fact that they're trying to play Japan against China, and China against Japan when Japan is not even with that shit? Being a staunch ally of here. First of all, you have Korean, Japanese, and Chinese women and men who have been disrespected over in Palestine by these fraudulent motherfuckers. And they had to come and tell them, you heard one of our people again, we will eradicate you from that. They will destroy them. They literally said it. So fuck your Samson fucking what you call it. All right. I say the same thing. Fucking let's let the nukes fly then. Fuck it if they nukes. I learned how to load them and whatever safety precautions, which ain't none. Fought fires on ships to keep the departments, regardless of where they at, cool. Let's carry on. Anyway, ensuring to the extent permitted by law that detainees with serious mental illnesses are not released into the public because of a lack of forensic bed capacity. Forensic bed capacity. Holy shit. At appropriate local, state, and federal jails or hospitals. And 4, enhanced requirements that prisons and residential reentry centers that are under the authority of the Attorney General or receive funding from the Attorney General require in custody housing, release plans, and to the maximum extent practicable, require individuals to comply. Now, how come they don't ever say nothing about the individuals, especially the veterans, who they gave these psychotropics to, who they fucked up even worse? How about this one? when you're dealing with sex for, right? Redirecting federal resources toward effective methods of addressing homelessness. Listen to the wording. Redirecting federal resources toward effective methods of addressing homelessness. The Secretary of Health and Human Services shall take appropriate actions to 1. Ensure that discretionary grants issued by the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administrations for Substance Use Disorder Prevention, Treatment, and Recovery fund evidence-based programs and do not fund programs that fail to achieve adequate outcomes, including so-called harm reduction or safe consumption efforts that only facilitate illegal drug use and its attendant swarm. Harm, I mean. Hey, baby. Hi. Anyway, number 2, provide technical assistance to assisted outpatients, okay, treatment programs for individuals with serious mental illnesses or addiction during and after the civil commitment process. Focus on shifting such individuals off of the streets and public programs and into private housing and support networks. How many of y'all live in Detroit? How many of y'all ever looked at how many empty homes and blocks with empty homes, like a ghost town? These homes, you know how the people were forced out? Besides, after the 70s or 80s, whatever, with the car factories, purposely done so they can go to foreign to make cars that they can shut off and control. How many families were destroyed behind that? Are relocated, and all those homes. How about the fake Jews coming in there and buying all these homes up? Now, some people got smart. They realized they can go to the witch card and they can get those homes for $1 as long as they refurbish them and this and other, and they get the grants to do it, and then charge exuberant amounts, like 8 times more than what the house costs. My vocals are glitching. Yes, Don, on my side too. They're doing it. Then this is what these idiots do. Can y'all hear me now? This is what these punk ass motherfuckers. Only cowards do shit like that. Because if this shit was solid, it wouldn't be a fucking problem. How is it now? That's what they fucking do. You know, they can sit here and watch this. They don't have to fuck with shit with the goofy ass selves. That's how stupid they are. They don't know who to fuck with and when not to fuck with somebody. The stupid motherfuckers. Can y'all hear me now? It's still semi-popping, really? Hold on. So that's what they wanted to do. They wanted to get in here so I couldn't read shit. They wanted to manipulate. I can't see what you're saying. I'll go over here and then I'll see and then I'll read because I can bring it to the corner. All right. Hold on. I'll tell you, these motherfucking monkeys, they don't know what to fucking do other than the same shit they do all the time. Let me turn off the notifications too, because they're gonna that's hold on. Can you hear me now? It sounds like you were talking into a fan. Clear now. Appreciate that, Lance. At a certain decibel. All right, so it's better now, right? Okay, good. You fucking goofy motherfuckers, boy. I tell you, they are something else. They can't help themselves. Anyway, let's go ahead and finish reading this. The Attorney General, hold on. Ensure that federal funds for federally qualified health centers and certified community behavioral health clinics reduce rather than promote homelessness by supporting, to the maximum extent permitted by law, comprehensive service for individuals with serious mental illnesses and substance use disorder abuse, right? Including crisis intervention services. Now, B, the Attorney General shall prioritize available funding to support the expansion of drug courts and mental health courts for individuals for which such diversion serves public safety. Now, as far as Section 5 and on, you can pull it up and you can read it for yourself. I'm going to go ahead and put it right here. All right. Sure, I got the right thing. Yeah. You see it? And pull that up. Oh, it's legitimate. It's the White House. All right. Ending crime and disorder, presidential witch card, executive order, ending crime and disorder on America's streets. And read it for yourself. Take the time and read it. All right. I'm not saying it doesn't sound good, because obviously when you don't know what you're reading, the words and everything, it sounds, you know, it sounds magnificent. Some things, there's other things in there that's unquestionable, I think. I'm not anti-president. I just see the game. I see the bullshit. And Trump knows who the fuck you are. And you see the big shit with the Epstein and this, that, and the other. They need, it's pretty messed up. I'm not into all that. I'm not into the politics of this shit. I really don't give a fuck. I don't care, actually. It is what it is. Let me, because they want to hide now. They don't want me to be able to read shit. This is what it does. You know what I'm saying? If we didn't want you to read it. Let me see something. Okay. Did you get the gist of that? Were you able to see what I was talking about? Were you able to write down so you can read it later? It's not a crazy long read. Okay. Read it for yourself. All right. Now, as far as, let me put this in because obviously nobody wanted to put it in. Usual. I'm hard, just like many other people, on certain things that shouldn't happen. I'm fortunate not to say it about everyone. Like some of the ex-police officers saying all of them are good. If this is happening, I mean, I know they're good guys. I can't sit there and curse my daughter out. I can't curse certain individuals who I know. People who went back on the force are getting ready to retire. I have a friend of mine over in Page who was working. The Navajo Nation lied to him. He should have been the sergeant. Excellent police officer, hands-on, straight up, trained with me for a number of months, him and his children. And he wants to relocate. I told him he should get a job. I got a friend who went for the FBI and CIA. He's ex-Marine, wonderful brother. And he became a police officer over there. Cause I was like, yeah, you should do it. You should become a police officer, bro. Fuck yeah, you'd be great. And y'all might have saw in some of the lives, he was working the park, the carnival and stuff like that. And he likes dealing with the people on the road because a lot of foreigners, a lot of travelers, a lot of you know, tourist town where I lived at. And a couple other friends of mine later in the game who wanted to get back on the force, they did. So hopefully somewhere here in the next 5 or 6 years, they'll be retiring, or maybe 8. So I can't condemn all the police. I just cannot do it. I know how y'all might feel. I cannot. I can't. It's impossible. And they're needed. Because we got some, regardless of how it came to be, we got some pretty jacked up individuals out here. And I'm one who firmly, and I would say religiously, think that we should be policing our own communities. I really do. It is what it is. You know? Was that a mosquito? Mosquito? Fly. I'm about good government. You don't have good government. You don't have good nothing. You know? And so how do you call yourself American and run around like everything is normal because you're getting a paycheck, you're getting a steak and a potato? You know, you can't make this stuff up. I'm definitely not with the racism, dumb shit. I'm not with the crayon color, the fake ethnicities, and all this other dumb shit. I'm grateful that a lot of people are realizing this. Some people say, "Oh, but yeah, Red, you're half German." The fuck is this half German? I say that because it allows people to be a little more comfortable. It lets people know that that's not the reason why I think this way. I am very aware of my family's heritage, genealogy, more so than anybody's. To other people, it may be impractical. You know, some people have this issue with skin color and tones and all this other dumb shit. How do you get conditioned to that point? Because you're allowed to perceptualize yourself and gravitate towards this and that perceptualization of self, to see things with hate because you see the worst of it without ever looking for the good of it. Make that make sense. They have fucked our country up. They purposely put that worthless motherfucker Obama in, just like they put them worthless Bushes in. They let that dumb Kerry, that fraudulent motherfucker, hold this position. fool you guys. And now y'all go back and forth as if you're winning something with both parties, as if one is going to be better than the other because you got goofies who don't know nothing about history, call themselves white Americans and African Americans and all this. I never heard what the fuck is a white American? What the fuck is an African American? You know, I mean, people I know darker than me that literally on their document says white. I know people dark fucking damn near like this and on their shit says white. You have hundreds of Chinese telling you the truth that I think wasn't supposed to be told to stir the pot of who you are. And Native Americans ain't saying shit to them. You've had a whole lot of so-called Native Americans be called out for what they really are, whether it be Filipino. Because you got to remember the original people of the Philippines, the Kanai people or something like that. How about the fact of the ones who are claiming to be Spanish? We call, what we call them? Chinos. Who are speaking up now. They realize there's no reason to hold the lie anymore. They're doing their best to censor and hide that. And I know a lot of you still have family members who are willing to still hold on to the lie as if it's supposed to be beneficial and meaningful. Hell, they can't even take a boat trip. Talking about going back to some Africa shit. You have Africans who are literally telling you they can't stand you. They know who you are. And only because they watched what happened in the 60s. And now y'all running around dumb and goofy based off of dumbass Jay-Z's and Beyonce's. And Roland Martin didn't wear no cowboy hat. That bitch come out and all of a sudden that nigga had a fan one day and now he got a cowboy hat with cowboy boots, wearing motherfucking sweatsuit, looking like a goddamn oompa loompa oompa doo. We got enough riddle for you. I can't keep this serious face on me. I'm sorry, I can't do it. It just wears on me. I'm playing. I'm talking shit because I don't like ugly motherfuckers. But and someone say, well, if you know how it ends, because they stupid. I ain't got a damn thing with saying, hey, look, man, save yourself. Trust me. Stupid motherfucker. Wearing a plastic bag sweatshirt. You say, Tom. You say that shit. I was like, what the fuck? Is he trying to sweat and lose that belly? And he made me want to get a belly just because his belly looks fucked up. I want to say, this is how you wear your belly, bro. If you're going to wear it over your goddamn, this is how you're supposed to wear it. You know what I'm saying? I am part Costa Rican. I am part German. I am part Chinese. Even though it's not what they were called. I'm autochthonous on mom and pop's side. No African blood at all. None whatsoever. Unless you want to equate, well, I don't know how the fuck you do it. Would it be a problem? Hell no. I wouldn't mind having Signalese or whatever, Etrian or whatever. I don't care about all that. I move beyond that. That means nothing to me. I have too many people around the world who I respect, who I'm eternally bonded to. But I don't downplay my truth to make a motherfucker in a lie feel comfortable. I just watched this dumb, racist ass, dumb ass cop get sentenced to 20, 26 years. You know, get the wood and the Vaseline to walk around and have your booty hole open. Get it right, unless they put you in a place, you know, because police officers never fared well in open, what you call it? In segregation. Desegregation, you know, in the open, what you call it? They never fared well. I am with the Japanese on this one. It would be interesting to have Nico. I know, right? Yeah, oh, absolutely. I have a hard time antiquating than anticipating things I don't really want to know about. So I don't even pursue. I'm just tired of dumbass hiring of dumbass motherfuckers because they lowered the standards after 2019. A lot of them they got rid of. They didn't want the jab. So they allowed these worthless motherfuckers to come in. Surprisingly and sadly, they're still in there. And yet you have these higher monkey echelon who are being told that they got to keep them on. And then don't fire them. You know, they let them go, will allow them to resign so that way they could join another force and continue the same dumb shit. It's not all departments, all right, obviously. Yet, there's a lot of them. It is really, really bad. You know, it is really, really bad. And you would think that people would sit there and go, hey, look, 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 look. Now, I ain't talking about marching in the streets, yelling and screaming and all that dumb shit. You might as well be out there with snipers and all that other dumb shit if you're going to be doing all that goofy shit. I understand TM Square. Didn't they run that dude over? Anyway, no, I think he lived. Anyway, right? What I'm saying is we done passed the crossroads on all that shit. There are still people who believe in America. I call it the great experiment. And my people have to suffer through this debilitating shit. Most the people like me who know, they don't say shit. They just keep doing. They really don't want no part of this dumb shit. I actually have Chickasaw relatives who have went to South America and said, fuck this. Because they know from the Choctaw, they know which way we came. And they won't be denied. There's no way. They're not part of the dilemmas. They know where to be at. I can't blame them. I was sitting there saying, fuck it, man. I got my mestizos, I got my homies, I go to Mexico. I don't care about what's going on. I have the good guys that I'm aware of. And I know some bad guys who I'm cool with. It is what it is. I don't support their endeavors. I'm just saying. Respect is where respect's given. Told you I knew a couple of guardian angels. I can't say no names because obviously they don't. Who I respect more than anything. Man, hey, what's up, my little nigga, my little red nigga? Man, and then they laugh. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck about them terms and words. Give me a handshake and a big ass hug, motherfucking like a big burlap bear. I'm like, damn, bro, let me breathe. Fortunate. That's what people said. Fortunate. I don't consider that fortunate. I call that fucking mutual respect. You have people today who don't have no fucking credible respect. They don't want no respect. They don't want to give no respect. Them the individuals that should be dealt with. I had someone trying to say, y'all ain't 44 million, y'all about 23 million. I said, what? Nigga, we make up 76 to 80% of 76 to 80 million motherfuckers out of 300. What the fuck are you talking about? Where did they get this garbage motherfucking information from? And before that, go back 40 years, we were about half the fucking population. Still listen to them dumb motherfuckers talk about slavery and all that other stuff. Well, then go ahead and you sleep in the bed with them dumb motherfuckers there. Just because they chose a religion, this, that, and the other, they help themselves, they make it well over the condition, and a lot of family members are dead or whatever the fuck. Can't do nothing about that. You know? I say if you're going to don the costume and get partially trained up, continue your training, learn how to be beneficial, raise your standards, you know, be more professional, have more courtesy, know the fucking laws, fuck the procedures, because the procedures ain't got shit to do with the constitutional laws. I understand the procedures as far as, you know, pain management, this, that, and the other, you know, certain things like that, not pain management, but you know what I'm talking about. It should be utilized when it's supposed to, not because you're emotional, like effeminately. Because you probably shouldn't be doing that job. Now, a lot of people don't stay on the job because they get pushed out, you know, or they just don't have what it takes. No, they don't know how to lie well enough. I don't know. Whatever. You would think that people would shape up with all the things laid out. You hear blue on blue, green on green all the time. And here, they think it's not going to happen. You have racists who are geared up and ready because the moment shit happens, they're going to start killing a lot of you in neighborhoods. Yeah, it don't matter if you're good, bad. These bastards have so much hate, and this is what the Zionists need. And y'all ain't ready at all. Not at all. I be thinking we got a nigga up in this motherfucker. Blinds keep peeking open and shit. And I'm like, and I take pictures of it. So I just look, and I'm like, wait a minute. It wasn't even, what the fuck, who's up in there? I'm like, well, I know I ain't motherfucking loony for Cocoa Puffs. These are the things, you know what I'm saying? I don't care though. That's the whole thing. I literally don't care. I got this bag over here, and it's got this stuff kicking out. It's funky, and them some bitches is all around. I can smell, and I can smell. It don't smell like what I smell though. That's really like bad. But this shit. But that bag, I got to get a few more of them bags. It's filling up like a mug. Them flies, they just flying. They keep go. You can land them on those all you want. Just fly over there, get in the back. Yeah, there you go. They right over there. I'm just saying, guys. I mean. Yo, what's up, niece? What's happening, hon? Hey, I want. Hey, did you do the read on that book, Nikola Tesla and the Cabbage Patch? I have it somewhere buried, and that is a good read. Damn, girl, you gotta do it on YouTube. I gotta check your channel out and see if you've done it over here, because I know you might have uploaded it. Y'all need to subscribe to her channel too. Just slap on it, go to her channel, each other channels, and subscribe. I don't care if you're not going to do nothing or whatever. Just get the numbers up. You know what I mean? Yeah. She got a good one. I ain't gonna read it. She can read it. Y'all check it out. I'll be over there too watching. So that's a good one. Nikola Tesla and the Cabbage Patch Children. Pretty freaking awesome. All right. I'm gonna get back to reading the books that I was reading because I really too. But today we're gonna work on that. Oh, let me show y'all. I sanded. I can't even turn it around. What did they do to my goddamn life? These monkeys. Oh, these motherfuckers. Oh man, I can't. Oh, maybe I can do it over here. No, I can't because I got the cover. I was gonna turn it around so you can see it. I'm gonna take this, charge it up, come out here. I'm gonna saw a few things, get a few things ready, and then once it's charged up about 80-90%, then I'll go ahead, turn it on. It's cool. I'll leave it over here, and I'll let you see me putting the door together, getting the bed part together, and getting it. I'm gonna build it in front of you so we can get it. You can watch me fumble or get it together. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to stay on here for long. I want to get off of here. What was that? Excellent book I have. Y'all, yeah. I know it's a good one. I know it's absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely. It's good to know history. Most people didn't know it because they didn't teach none of that in school. They lied about a lot of things, you know, because they needed to keep people on stalemate, do certain functions with organizations that operate to create and instill fear. Most Americans, 98%, the day-to-day movement, I don't care what the profession or whatever it is y'all are moving on fight or flight. There's no way around it. And you got to let go of that. You got to let go of being in fight or flight. I'm serious. That form of paranoia is not beneficial. You can use paranoia to your benefit. You can accept and dismiss. It's one way or the other. You don't have to go all crazy and go all in. But 98% operate on fight or flight. Some will commit to an action with ill regards because their emotions running everything. And then when it's all adrenaline dump and they realize, oh man, I effed up. And it's always the case. Then you got some who believe, okay, it's going to work out. I'm going to come out of it. No, everybody's going to be a victim. You know? I appreciate it. I was going to turn around and show you what I already got set up and everything, but I'm going to put this in the freezer and let it cool off. It'll charge up pretty quick. Turn it off and let it charge all the way up by 80-90% because I really want to get out here and work it. And we were going to get it from there. You know what I mean? Yeah. So we can start really locking it in. I'm going to say something that's because this is a little different. I was actually supposed to build the bed out before I even started enclosing it. But the enclosing that I'm doing isn't that much. If anything, it's about, because you know, y'all see me pick up a whole stack of 6 of those things and walk with one hand. It's roughly about 30 pounds of 2x2s up there. It's going to get heavy though, because I got cross members and all that kind of stuff. The 2x4s, you see me grab that with 2 fingers, and being cedar, it is kind of area, you know, a little light. I think it's the male tree, not the female. So it's not as dense. If I'm wrong, my apologies, but want to get that up, get that locked down. I was supposed to be able to do that and then put it on the back of the truck and then start filling it in. I'm just going to go ahead and build it up. And when it comes time to put it on the back of the truck, everything is going to work out. I just know it. And if not, then I make the changes required, and it'll have to happen within, you know, a day. But we're gonna get the door tucked in. We're gonna start getting. I got to go up there and mark out that which call for the battery storage and the side walls. Now, that's going to be one piece of plywood. As far as the lid and on the walls. Now, as far as the piece that goes down, I don't want to waste. I don't want to waste, you know, the lumber like that. So we'll figure that out. All right. Yeah, I said somebody asked, I quit the alcohol completely. I don't want no more. It's not because of what people might think. It's just because I used to be a blackout drinker. You could ask me the next day and a week later, and I'd be like, if whoever was there asked them, I wouldn't know. They'd be like, but you was walking normal. Hell, you bought a sandwich. Hell, you ordered a pizza, sat down, you were laughing and joking. I'm like, I don't remember shit. That's the kind of drinking I used to do, people. When I say a fifth of Jose Guevo, a fifth within an hour, that is unhealthy as fuck. And then on top of that, I would drink like 2-3 40 ounces of Sismo Liquor Bull or Budweiser or, you know, whatever, right? Old A. And then on top of that, Night Train, Wild Irish Rose with, you know, shots, you know what I'm saying? A vodka. And didn't throw up. But to say that I inebriated is not even a proper way to say it. And still functioned. And I did it for years. I did it for years. I still want to attempt to remember things that I can't. It's just not, I don't think it was meant for me. No sex, none of that. None of that. There's because people let me know, man, you made your way down because I'd be sleeping by the river. I have 2 fishing lines hidden and lose one in the river because I crashed back with a half a case of beer. I was really, my wife, where's he at? And she see me standing out there on a abandoned witch guard drinking the rest of a bottle. Because I knew what she was doing. I knew a lot of things. So I would drink. Some would say that's drinking the pain away. I didn't look at it as pain. I look at it as betrayal. And so in ignorance, I would harm myself. Was that conditioning? It could have been that way. I don't think it is. But I was bad with it. Really bad with it. And so the other day I was like, I'm done. I had me a couple of Bilderberg, good German beer, and a couple of shots of vodka. Tequila, 18, whatever. Had me a bottle of wine. I wasn't trying to get drunk. I drank it. I was drinking that like over an 8-hour period. They didn't finish it all. Ended up walking outside, pouring it all out. You know what I didn't finish. And I knew right then and there I was done. If we meet, won't be no wine. There won't be a drink. It's just not going to happen. But I'm about transparency. I'm about honesty. There's still things that I even reach out, talk to my buddies. Do you remember that time? And they would laugh. You don't want to know, Red. You crazy. You know what I'm saying? Well, I want to know because, you know what I'm saying? And they were like, well, not what you know. You don't need to know. You good. You ain't mess with, you don't harm nobody. I was like, okay. That's all that matters. You harm yourself. But I was like, what? And one time you were sitting there punching yourself in the face, trying to sober up. But everybody thought you were sober. I was like, what? Yeah, man. And I remember saying, I remember that time my face was sore than a motherfucker. I was like, did I get in a fight? And everybody looking at me like that. Yo, Chuck, man, hey, look, you coming this weekend? Yeah, I'll be there, man. But why y'all looking at me like that? Boy, you ain't right in the head, boy. Guys are saying what used to crack me up. And even after that, you know, when I was with my wife and, you know, last days before I got up out of there, working on Cisco, I was blackout drinking like a motherfucker. My father-in-law knew it. Rich Maldonado, he was like, he may want to slow down. I was like, man, fuck that shit. He knew because I talked. He ain't tell his wife, you know, he ain't tell his daughter, he ain't tell nobody. He had a way when we sit up in the living room, he was looking at his wife and Vicky, and he had to look way to look at her. And I was like, I hope he don't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? But he saw my pain. He knew, you know. My father-in-law was after Vietnam, was fucked up on cocaine and got himself together, sold everything in his house in New York, and then turned around and joined the Navy. After being in the Army, fighting combat vet. And then he joined the Navy, and that's how I met him. I met him before I met his daughter, you know. But when she started flirting and cheating and all that shit, I went all ham in on the alcohol, all the way until I left there in 1999. Yeah, 98, 90, something like that. After my son, you know, my son and daughter came, but I knew I didn't want to be around them like the drunk I was. You know what I'm saying? It was a different time. It wasn't like back in the 60s and 50s and 40s where, you know, people tolerated it. You know, I didn't want that. Like I said, I got a lot of stories, guys. Night Train, I haven't had that in a long time. Yeah, baby, go start at the old dirty side. Is T posting his? I know you both are building one. No, I don't think he is. I don't know. It's up to him. You know, I don't know. He might. I don't know. He might not. You know, he's working on his truck now. You know, well, I think he is. But I'm posting mine. All right. And that's at 27%. All right, go over there. Y'all keep flying over there, flying that damn bag. Feel it. Make that motherfucker like midnight. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. I just would like to see. I know I put on a big show. I was sitting here going while I was walking when I was live when the music was playing. I was like, "Fuck, go in. Just say what the fuck you gotta say." But you know what? That's because I want to get the emotions riled up. You know, well, in reality, people got to do better. And I know by now a lot of y'all are seeing there's a lot of foreigners that can barely speak English on the police department. Anybody got any insight on that? I'm reading your comments because I can't see them on here. If you comment. I even saw British speaking motherfuckers. I'm like, what is this nigga doing on the police department here? Chinese motherfuckers that can't even speak English. All of a sudden, we got a lot of Caribbean motherfuckers on the field. I ain't talking about the motherfuckers that grew up here a few generations. I'm talking about motherfuckers that got here and who was born here. Africans all in correction office. what the fuck is, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying out of curiosity. I don't give a fuck. All right, but shit on in the factories too. Oh yeah? Seriously? And you had the system and racist dumb fucks, Zionists, pushing this Mexicans are taking the job. They've been working here for a long time. You know what's funny about all that? They've been working here for decades. You see how easy it is to sway and get people all on there? Building up these motherfuckers' riches, and then he got fuck monkey, fake president coming and doing that dumb shit. I can't respect that. Now, he is the president and commander in chief, whatever you want to call him, but of the corporation for the fake banksters, the wanksters, the ones that create the problems everywhere they at. Yet they're all over. Holy shit. Not sure if I heard the entire question. I do see a lot of them in many different roles. Yeah. I was saying as far as law enforcement and stuff like that. But yeah, they're yeah. Fuck. I remember when all of a sudden they were all over the hospital. I was like, what the hell is this? You know what I'm saying? We don't have people qualified, but every time you turn around, our people are graduating medical school, hospital, and not just by themselves, like 20 and 30. Like, that's why I don't like focusing on the goddamn worthless media. You know, I think the best news that you get today is off of YouTube. People talking about certain things with documentation on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. The censoring, I know y'all saw that video with Hillary Clinton talking about how they were literally, how she was working hard. They were working hard to censor people. And you got to remember, it was her cousin who was for CNN, who was part of establishing the fake fact checker. And that's one of the problems that we're dealing with. That's how they hide and keep people out of the loop of knowledge, throttling and all the other dumb shit they do. You know what I'm saying? I got along with the Chicanos, with the others. I hear you. Yeah, I can work with anyone of the Latino, the Spanish influence. I can work with any of them because I have. I can work with any light skin. Well, I can't work with racists because yeah, I go right up in they shit. Nope, ain't gonna be able to do it. Motherfucker, look at me wrong. I used to be Home Depot. Fuck you looking at? I used to be like that. Fuck you looking at? Nigga, fuck that. Clock out, nigga. See me out in the parking lot. Let's go in the back where the dumpsters and the truck load out. Let's go back there. Oh, man. No, it's not that serious. No, fuck that. Let's go, man. Fuck all this shit. And then from the time of time there, I never saw the motherfucker. You know, I mean, working still there, but don't look at me like that, motherfucker. I had this thing about me. Huh? No. Hey, what's up, baby? Get your ass over there. There you go. Yeah, no, yeah. If there's a lot of room outside, we just get it on cracking. No talking. Hey, let me talk to you in the parking lot. I mean, let's get out of here, all these people. Yeah. Before there was an Aaron the plumber, there was Red. And then there was Fred. And then there was Red. You know what I'm saying? And then there was Red. Yeah, man. Yeah. But you wasn't going to be getting up, walking away. It's just, no, it's not. He's going to be asleep. I don't give a fuck. Oh, I'll be asleep. Original one. What's happening? What's going on, fam? There's one of our brothers in the islands right there. What's happening, beloved? What is it? And then there was Fred. Oh, this is our original. This is the original one. Yeah, y'all subscribe to him, man. He only got 3 subscribers, man. Check him out. All right, I appreciate it. Anyway, let me sign off. Let me get these things charged up. All right. Let me go over here and mock up some things. I gotta get that thing on the top cut down for the door. Make sure the straps are at the proper location on the side. Get this wood standing up, and the ones I'm gonna use for the base to hold the bedding part up. Let me make sure I got good enough wood that's gonna be the structure or keeping the sound, keeping it, you know what I mean? Damn, man. Maybe that stuff's got y'all dizzy too. But anyway, all right, so let me get that together and I'll see you guys later. All right. Yeah, don't be on here. I ain't threatening nobody. I ain't into that. All I can do is I say I ain't gonna lie on my fucking dreams and what I've seen. I'm not gonna change. It's not gonna change. I don't give a fuck. The profit offer and this and another could have been something different, but you know how it is when y'all have no idea the shit they've been accomplishing, the shit they've been building on the ground. Y'all have no idea. Antarctica, the big hole, the shit that they're not even looking at. Look, man, there is things. Ain't for me to say it, all right? Because to me, it's all meaningless. But anyway, done. I just subscribed to his channel. Good. Too many different groups moving in too fast and speak so many different languages. Then, what was that? Then they will blanket statement their language like English. I know. I mean, I don't have a problem with all, you know, my issue is people aren't noticing the agenda. And it could be just to get them here to, you know, to deal a deciding blow, to say, look what they did. They hurt these people in America and da-da-da. And then make sure that the World War III is a real, you know, like, because you got to remember, if they were willing to bring down the towers and attack the Liberty, USS Liberty, and blow up the British Embassy and all that, and the Marine barracks in Libya, if they were willing to do all that shit and so much more, still our women's uteruses in Ohio, at the hospitals and our babies, the murder right in front of you with experimental drugs that they didn't require. If they were willing to do all that shit and poison your food and fuck your water up, chemicals in your air, get the motherfucking worthless motherfuckers, Habibis and people, combat flying veterans who lost their humanity, probably wanted to commit suicide to fly and poison the air. I mean, if they are capable of doing that, why is it you can't and act out fake scenes and use babies that were bought and paid for from these birthers that would sell them to groom them to do the dumb shit that they do, and then take them out to paint another picture, to create new laws and all that? What makes you think that they're not going to fuck y'all up now? I appreciate you taking time to listen to an old fool like me. I really haven't said nothing, but I sure enjoy talking about a whole lot of whatever. And I'll see y'all here in a little bit, all right? And yes, my disdain for dumb fucking racists who haven't accomplished, done anything other than mouth service, fake intelligence, and intellectual da-da-da. I don't give a fuck about them.